My name is Abby Morris, and today we are going to be talking about fusion energy. You may be thinking, what exactly is fusion energy? It's the process of merging atoms together to create energy. Lesson for y'all. Back in the early 1930s, a man named Hans Bethe discovered that nuclear fusion was possible and that it was the energy source for the sun. Beginning in the 1940s, researchers began to look for ways to initiate and control fusion reactions and produce useful energy from the sun. Also, it was first studied in the UK, US, and USSR. So in our world today, there is a major controversy over whether or not we should use fusion or fission as a major energy source. I personally believe that fusion would be a way better energy source than fission or for many reasons actually. Now first, before I list the pros of these reasons, let's list the cons. Now the thing with fusion power, it is at this time unproven, meaning that it would take a very long time for us to actually get it to where we could use it in our daily lives for energy. Okay, another downside to fusion power is that it requires extremely high amounts of temperature. A lot of times fusion would get its energy from the sun, and we all know that the sun is very hot, so for us to harness that energy here on Earth, we would need very high temperatures. Building a nuclear fusion reactor would be very expensive. Now that we got that out of the way, let's list all the great reasons we should use fusion energy. First of all, it is clean, meaning that there's no pollution, there is no nuclear waste, it's very clean, and it would be great for the environment. Fusion also would be a very low fuel cost. Also, there is no chain reaction, meaning that it would be easier to control or stop than fission. So, nuclear fuel used in the nuclear fission reaction is virtually unlimited. I mean, we get the energy from the sun. According to BetterWorldSolutions.com, fusion energy has the potential to provide a sustainable solution to European and global energy needs. So I know what you're thinking, all of that sounds perfect. Why don't we just use fusion right now as energy? Though there is a downside, the cost would be very pricey. Roughly $22 billion for one fusion reactor. That is a whole lot of money. So this price may be higher in the US because of high labor costs, so we're looking at a whole lot of money for one fusion reactor. Over all of this, fusion energy is a better decision than fission energy for many, many reasons. It is now time for everyone's favorite question and answers. What is the difference between fusion and fission? Fission and fusion are nuclear reactions that produce energy, but the applications are not the same. Fission is the splitting of heavy, unstable nucleus into two lighter nuclei, and fusion is the process where two light nuclei combine together, releasing vast amount of energy. When will we be able to use fusion power? Fusion power is extremely difficult to harness. Until researchers are able to control the plasma for more than a couple of seconds, we won't be able to keep the reaction sustainable nor use the fusion as a reliable power source. A prototype of fusion reactor is expected to be built in 2040. Question: can fusion cause a nuclear accident? It actually cannot, because fusion energy is not based on a chain reaction, as is fission. Time to see 3 quotes from 3 famous scientists. Quote number 1. I would like nuclear fusion to become a practical power source. It would provide an inexhaustible supply of energy without pollution or global warming. This is from the one and only Stephen Hawking. Tired of burning fossil fuel and polluting the planet? The moon is covered with helium. 3. An isotope from the sun that is perfect fuel for clean fusion reactors. This is from Homer Hickman. Don't get me wrong, I love nuclear energy. It's just that I prefer fusion to fission, and it just so happens that there's an enormous fusion reactor safely banked a few miles from us. It delivers more than we could ever use in just about 8 minutes, and it's wireless. This is William McDonald. anything I want y'all to get from this video today is that fusion is better than fission, and we will someday hopefully use it as an energy source because it is harmless to the environment, it is limitless, and meaning that its energy comes from the sun, and it cannot cause a nuclear accident like fission can. One last thing I left out, here are some diagrams to help y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope y'all have a great day.
Just go. You can crop the video.
Is that building a nuclear
Just go.
potential to provide a sustainable. One last thing I left out, here are some diagrams to help y'all. Last question. Can you...
Just go. Just go. You can crop it.